free picks. We try and win them all. Our best bets are our premium picks. You can find that over at sportschatplace.com and Pick Dogs Premium. We also have a new premium live. It's a premium YouTube show. It's not live. It's pre-recorded, but it's recorded right after this show. It's basically the same as a live show without the live comments. So that's what it's going to be for the short term. It eventually will become a live show. I have instructions on how to do it now. It's just I have to do a test, and I'll probably do it today. Today I might have time to do the test to get it back to being live. But anyways, got college hoops. We've got NBA, and I guess there's NHL today. I don't think there's a lot of NHL. I'm not sure. Hopefully not. But anyways, we've got good action today. It's a good card. It's not like a giant card for college basketball, but it's a good card. And NBA, 10 games. So I think the NBA game is super competitive games, and that makes it for some fun discussion on the show. And that's what we're going to have. As far as the premium picks, we post those after the show. It's $30 and $50. $30, you just get the early show. For $50, you get an early and late show. So, anyways, get to today's show, and let me bring in the guys. Got, of course, our weekend edition with Ron Romanelli. I would have had Jeter on today for a spot, but I did not hear from him. Well, I did hear from him, but it's kind of like I didn't hear him that like it was I want to be on the show or anything. So I guess we'll have to figure that out. But today's the Daytona 500. I'm sure Jeter's got picks. That guy that won last night, I forget his name already, Cindric, he looked like he was celebrating his 14th birthday. I mean, this guy looked like he was about, I don't know how he even had a driver's license. He looked, maybe I'm old, but he looked like he was about 14. I happened to catch the end of the race because the Providence game was on the same station. So it was delayed. The Providence game that Ron, who gave it out? Chris, you gave it out yesterday as premium on the show?
Which one was that?
Providence.
Providence.
On the premium,
Yeah, I think so.
live, on the premium YouTube. Ron, did you give it? No, Rosman gave out Houston Baptist.
No, I had it in the premium area.
You didn't give it out on the premium on the show? So I thought someone did.
Ron Romanelli did.
No.
Ron
You
gave
had
out
Houston Baptist.
Houston Baptist. I don't know. Well, I guess nobody did, but I had it as a premium pick. But anyways, I was watching that game. I happened to catch the end of the Xfinity race at Daytona. And I mean, I really caught the end of the Xfinity race. It was the end. It was overtime. It was overtime, I believe. And how about when they switched the game to FS2? Does anyone know what channel FS2 is? It's like they just make it up, It's like, let's put this one on FS2. It's a channel like 638 or something. It's not like FS is 219 and FS2 is 220. It doesn't work like that. It's FS. FS1 is like 219 and FS2 is like 638 or something. Like a channel you never look at.
Put it completely on the other side of the TV, guys.
They do it. And it's like, how about but the SEC network, on the other hand, has like or it's a Big Ten network. There's like 610-1, -2. You ever use the dash on the remote? It's right here. It's like, who even knew the thing existed before the Big Ten network, right? It's right here. There's a dash on the remote, and it does come into play on the Big Ten network. It's like, we've got more than one shit game today, so we got to extend it out. I think the SEC network does the same thing. And ACC now has ACCNX, which is, let's just put it on a station that nobody can find. You can Google this thing and not be able to find it. Like, I always have to Google, what station is FS2, on DirecTV. It's like, no idea, no clue. But, let's get to something.
Yeah,
What's that?
I was going to say, for some reason, I don't have the crappy ACC network on my cable. I have every single sports station, but they don't offer ACC.
ACC channel 612. 610 is Big Ten, 611 SEC, 612 ACC. But those ACC and X games are like 698. I have so I always talk about like how on the app, on the MLB app, because we are about a month and a half away from MLB, right? So it's like I have the MLB. If you get the app, you know. But if you're in Hawaii, we have 5 home teams, so we're out of market, like for the app. So you can't watch the game on the app. But we get 5 home teams on our TV. So that's for on the free games. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I have the baseball package, but we have 5 free games that we get every day on TV. The Dodgers, Angels, A's, Giants, and Padres are all our teams. It's crazy, right? Doesn't even make sense because Ron's in Gainesville, and all those teams are closer to him than they are to me. They're much more closer to be your home team than they are mine. So be it. Anyways, let's get to today's games. Gave everybody a little chance to join us. Got the late start for Valentine's Day. Ruflo, did you get your fiance for Valentine's Day? Get her did you eat the chocolate before you gave it to her?
Yeah.
Nice. How about you, Rod? What'd you get your wife for Valentine's? Anything?
Yeah, we got a big heart pillow, some chocolate, and then I'll be cooking her favorite dinner, which is chicken broccoli Alfredo.
Amy's having chicken broccoli Alfredo.
Yep.
Tara's getting sushi.
How about you, Ron?
Yeah, I'm taking my girlfriend out to a nice sushi dinner.
Wow, double sushi here. You can go with Ruffalo. You guys can double up at a
I've
socially
never had sushi before.
Socially responsible distance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust any sushi coming from Oyen. We're not anywhere near no open bodies of water.
We have. I will say, we have the best sushi. I'm gonna tell you that much. We have. I've had sushi all over the place, and actually Vegas has really good sushi. You know, and that's not anywhere near water, but they fly in, ridiculous amounts of fish. And,
I think if I ever go to Hawaii, I want to go to that place which we were talking about it that I saw on You Gotta Eat Here. That's like right. Didn't you say it's like 15 minutes from you or something like that? Miso Fat.
Oh, there's Miso Fat is here. Yeah. Miso Fat is here. We got.
Ron's laughing because I thought I was talking about myself.
But actually, Morimoto's is phenomenal, and that's like 5 seconds from my house. I love Morimoto's. So, I mean, they have a few of those around the country, but the one here is amazing. And then there's a few other places that are just really outstanding seafood here. Mama's Fish House. On the menu, they tell you who caught the fish and where. It's like, they caught this one this morning here. It's like, nice. Buoy 27. All right.
Oh.
It's like they charge about $80 for a piece of fish about this big. It's good business. Speaking about good business, Celtics against the Wizards, early game, and then all the NBA is late today, which is crazy, right? 9 late games in the NBA on a Sunday night, and we're not in Vegas. What the hell is going on here? Wizards against Celtics, then I guess we'll get into these 7 o'clockers. The Pistons and the Pelicans, the Raptors and the Timberwolves, and the Hornets against the Spurs. Brian, any of these 4 games get you excited?
Yeah, that's about the only thing getting me excited today for my Valentine's Day. But I'm probably going to take – I was in on the Minnesota Timberwolves this morning at 8.5. Still like him at 8. I don't have anything against the Toronto Raptors. I just don't see him blowing many teams out, even the worst team in the NBA. So I'll take the points here with a nice $200 wager on Minnesota.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to take the San Antonio Spurs on the road against the Hornets. I like the Hornets, but this is just a low enough line that I think the Spurs can steal one on the road. And I just like the way that the Spurs have been playing. 7-3. Their last 10, 6-4 against the number, 6-3 against the number on the road. So Give me the Spurs in that one, and I'm gonna take the Raptors. I may be on the wrong side of this one, but like I said, I think they're comfortable with where they're at now. They're used to playing on the road. They're used to not having a home base, so Tampa's as good as it's going to get, and I think they're realizing that, so I think they can now focus on basketball, so I'll take the Raptors.
Oh, we got Brian Sucks here in the comments.
Yeah, I can. 2-3 yesterday.
Jarrell Matthew.
Sucked
Brian Sucks.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. That guy should send me his picks. I'll fade him.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's fade Jarrell's picks.
If he posts them in the comment section, I'll make sure that
everyone sometimes people say, "Hey, I want to see your tickets." Jarrell, post your picks. I'll show you my tickets. I'll play against every one of yours. How about that? I'm with you. Bet big bets. Big Ohio State sized bets.
Boy, Ohio State looked like butt kickers yesterday.
I texted Romanelli with 5 minutes left to go in the game. I'm like, I have a couple mortgage payments on this thing. I'm like, how do they possibly figure out a way to not cover here? It was 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Ohio State still had their starters in, up by 21, shooting threes. It was like... it's like
all I picture is just Mitch looking at the TV like, this is Ohio State bullshit. This is the same shit as talk.
I send Romanelli the text. I'm like, they love to pile it on, man. They love piling it on, especially at home. They were up by 21. They had the starters in. Finally, with 48 seconds left to go, they called timeout. They put in number 0, who doesn't get to play anymore after that Penn State debacle. After that first half of the Penn State game, remember? Where he passed the ball to Penn State twice right before the half.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get to play anymore.
Yeah, oh, gosh.
Which I 100% agree with.
I didn't see that last minute. Were they like whooping it up on the sidelines when they scored?
Oh, yeah, ass slapping, high fiving. This stuff... It's like, isn't that the worst? It's like when they're beating the team by like 50 and they're hitting the threes. It's like, I see it when. So I have a friend of mine that played for Stetson. No. A friend of mine that played for North Carolina, right? He played for North Carolina. He was the walk-on. Okay? He was a guy that used to do our ads for us. He worked for one of the ad companies for the website. And he was a walk-on at North Carolina. And they put him in, it would be like in the last 2 minutes of a blowout is when he would get to play. And he said all he would do is jack threes. He said, and he would hit them and the place would just go crazy. He said it was just the best. It was like he'd be at the Dean Dome, and he'd like throwing in threes from like way out. He was like, he was like the walk-on, like the slow white guy. It's like... Anyways, how about Virginia's Kyle Guy still on the team or something? It's like they have every guy looks like Kyle Guy on Virginia. It's like I know we all look the same, but it's like they really look the same, It's like I don't know. Did I just
How
say
Virginia
that?
do yesterday? I didn't even pay attention.
They won by 100.
Yeah, well, Virginia will get their butts kicked against Ohio State or Michigan.
They didn't win by 100, but let's just say North Carolina was never inside the number. For the first 2 minutes of the game, they were outside the number, and they never got inside the number. I gave that out on the Premium Late Show. Those of you that don't have Premium Late Show or don't have the Premium YouTube, I gave that out. Virginia was my late pick. Chris, did you give out your early NBA here?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You guys can tell I'm not playing golf today. We're running slow. Ron?
Well, I like 2 in this window. I'll take the Timberwolves and the points here. 6-20 on the year, Minnesota, but they are 13-11 against the spread. That means they like to cover these underdog big numbers here. I'm not going to lay that many points with Toronto. Karl Anthony Towns is back in the lineup, and I think that's going to give them a boost here. So I'll take the points with Minnesota. And I'll also take the points with the Detroit Pistons as the home dog. Like I just said with Minnesota, Detroit's 7-19 overall this season, but they've been a cover machine, 13-11 against the spread as well. I like getting points as the home dog, and Detroit just took down the Celtics on the road. I think they can cover this number, maybe win it outright. I'll take the points with the Pistons.
Okay. Good story. Rod?
For me, I like the Timberwolves as well. I think the Raptors win this game, but I don't think they win it by 8. I think it's a 4 or 5 point win in that one. I also like the Spurs and the Hornets to go under the total. Both teams have been playing good, and the Spurs have definitely stepped up their defensive game in that one. So I like the under 228 or 227.5, depends where you shop your line. And I like the Pelicans to whoop up Detroit. Detroit's just awful, and I don't think they can keep up enough scoring. If you look those wins that Detroit gets, their offense just doesn't score enough. They may score 105, 106 points, the most. They're against this Pelicans team. I just don't think they can keep up. So I'm going to take the Pelicans and lay the points. I think they beat up Detroit today.
Which one is it, 105 or 106?
Here, let me get you an official.
You said 105 or 106. I need to know which one that is. I like the Spurs against the Hornets. I don't know. I like the Hornets. I like what they're doing this season, but I just think the Spurs, I don't know. It's one of those teams that just are really good on the road. Just love to kill people on the road. Certain teams that just are lousy on the road. Like certain teams are just really good on the road. Spurs are one of those teams. They're just cold-blooded on the road, as they say. That's what people say to me at the blackjack table. I get up after hitting them hard. So that was cold-blooded, man. Because I get up, you know. Like I hit them and I get up. And people are like, man, that's cold-blooded. Thank you. I don't play a lot of blackjack, but when I do, it's always like I hit them hard, and I don't I know it's like cash me out. That's a game you don't want to play too long.
No, you do not.
You do not want to play. I'm a big-time presser at blackjack. Blackjack is a game you got to move your money around. You got to move your money, and you got to get out.
Get in, get out.
Yep. Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Mavericks against the Trailblazers. Interesting line movement in that one. Bitler. Oklahoma City against the Bucks. Any chance we go with the Buccaneers-Bucks championship?
No.
No? Phoenix Suns against the Orlando Magic. Brian's strong pick yesterday, the Sixers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the better team. Yeah, right.
They are.
Not even close. Not even in the same
it's
sense.
One game. That's one game. We'll see what happens in the playoffs.
They got worked over. They got destroyed in that game. They got exposed. I think the word would be undressed. Undressed. I think that would be a good. It happens. Joel Embiid scored 35. Of course, the rest of the Sixers scored 34. Anyways, we'll just do those three, and then we'll save the last three.
Oh, that was good.
What do you like in those three, Brian? Anyone?
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I hate to take the Phoenix Suns after they just knocked off the Sixers, but Magic got a cover yesterday. I don't see him doing it again today. I'll take the Suns to keep their hot play going and lay the points there, just to lean.
The Suns have been hot for a year. Chris?
I like the Suns.
I was really expecting for Brian to say, I don't want to be crisp. I'm going to take a pass because I was like, whenever there's a pause like that, it's what I expect now. I'm going to take the over 229 in the Milwaukee-Oklahoma City game. What do you think? Line's already jumped 3.5 points. I kind of want to get in before it's too late. I think we've already missed the boat on it, but you can still get it if it gets up to 231. I think that's where you got to maybe jump off.
How do you defend this, Chris? 14 of 23 from the field, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
First off, you try not to foul because they'll probably get more if they put too much pressure. I don't know.
4 assists,
I don't even think you
5
can.
fouls.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can. Why? Who was that?
This is Booker.
Oh.
36 points.
Man, he's nasty.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's him really like this little slot.
Ron, anyone in this slot?
Yep, I'll take the Dallas Mavericks and lay the points against the Trailblazers here. Dallas started the season as one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, but they started to pick it up. I mean, last game against the Pelicans, they gave up 130, and they still covered the number and scored 143. Doncic put up 46 points, and the Mavericks have been really shooting the ball a lot better, Porzingis included. So I think that this is going to be a good home spot, a good home win for the Dallas Mavericks. They're 13 and 14 overall, but we know this is a better team than that. So I think they start getting back to their old ways and get a big win here.
How about this, Ron? How about a guy that has these kind of numbers? 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, plus 16.
Wow.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, Crowder's always been that type of player.
Right, he's always been that guy where it's like when he's on the court, he's always like plus 15.
He's dangerous.
It's crazy, right? It's like he doesn't take the 3 too often, but when he does, he just seems to make it a lot, right?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't take them as much as he used to, but
no, he's always
still a sharp
wide.
shooter.
It's always like he's always one of those guys that takes the 3 that they kind of just stand there and watch him take it, and he hits it. And it's like they act like they're surprised. You see how Virginia does that too? They kind of like just say, all right, they get the other team to a spot, right? And they just like, they know exactly where the guy can't hit if they gave him 20 shots from it. And they say, all right, go ahead, take that shot. We'll just stand here and watch it. And that's what they do. And then 3 guys are standing right around the basket to get the rebound. It's crazy, man. How about Villanova yesterday? It's all those offensive boards and 0 points to show for it. It was like, I mean, in that first half, in the first 5 minutes of the game, when they missed all those shots and got all those offensive rebounds and still couldn't score, it was like, they're dead. Dead. Looked like, and there's something wrong with those Creighton hoops. It looked like the Georgetown game. How about you, Rod? Anything in these 3?
For me, in this group of 3, I'm going to take a shot. I like the Thunder here. That's just too many points for the Bucks to cover. The Bucks are 5 and 14. ATS the last 19 in OKC there. So I'll take the Thunder buddies plus the points. I think the Bucks win, but I don't think they win by that many. There's too many there. And I'll take a shot with the Magic. My DGen bet of the day. Give me $60 on the Magic plus the points. I think the Suns win, but they win by 6-7 points. Last second 3 by the Magic for backdoor cover.
No chance. I like Thunder, Magic, and I like the Blazers there with the 5 points. I know the line movement, all that other stuff says Dallas. I don't care. Dallas is playing their best basketball of the season. Kings against the Grizzlies. Lakers, Nuggets. Clippers, Cavaliers. Clippers blow that 11-point lead. Brian, they're going to win by 6 here. Like they'll be up by 20, win by 6 type thing. They'll win by 6.5.
I don't know. The Grizzlies kind of blew it the other day in my fade the Lakers train. They had to lead most of the games. Congratulations. You're going to get your cookie on that one.
Go Lakers. I'll do my Al Niños. Lakers.
I got the Nuggets in that last 3 games. I think it's the best free play on the board. Nuggets lost by 21 just 2 weeks ago to this Lakers team. They got to win this one at home. I'm going to take the points.
Who are you taking? Grizzlies?
Taking the Nugs.
I like the Nuggets in this one too. Chris?
I can go for some Nuggets right now. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take the Sacramento Kings and the free point. I just think that they're playing a much better basketball right now. 8-2 against the number, 7-3 in their last 10, and they've dropped back-to-back games, back-to-back covers, but this is still a team playing some of the better basketball in the league right now. So I'll take the Kings, and I'm gonna plug my nose. I'm gonna take the Clippers. I don't want any part of the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. Even if 11 points, even if they take their foot off the gas, I think the Clippers still find a way to get this win by at least 11. So I'll take the Clippers, lay the points.
How about Zaxby's, those crazy bastards? They got now General Tso's Nuggets.
Don't get me started.
It's like we don't have the Zaxby's, but it's like I've been campaigning for one. But General Tso's Nuggets. It's crazy.
My fiance hates she hates fast food.
Someone over there is genius. It's like, how'd you like to be around the Zaxby's? It's like, board meeting table, like when they have these product releases and someone just comes in and says, I've got an idea. And it's like, well, what is it? And it's like they come in with the tray and they just go, this. And then it's like no one says a word for the next 25 minutes because they're all eating. Ron, General Tso's Nuggets.
Oh, that sounds delicious. And the Grizzlies also sound delicious here.
Do you have a Zaxby's? You got Zaxby's,
yeah,
right?
Plenty of them, yeah.
How are they? Good?
I actually haven't been there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know.
I would
We have Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's, PDQ. We have a bunch of
What about
chicken
Bojangles? What about
Bojangles?
Oh, Bojangles.
How has a Canadian been to Zaxby's more times than Ron?
They're
who lives in-
expensive. That's why I always kind of...
Oh, okay. Okay,
Wait.
never mind.
Because you live in a part of Canada that might as well be American. That's
Wow.
why. Because they
Fair
have,
enough.
I'm mad at this one.
That's the way it runs there in that part of the country.
He's not wrong.
There's,
I would. That's the part I would want to be in. I'm proud to be an American. I love it.
well, it's not that I'm against Americans. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just.
I know.
More,
Believe me, I've been to
more
Canada, and it's like
food,
this tastes
more
like American
businesses.
Special K. It's like this tastes like this tastes like
What is
American
this?
Fruit Loops. I've been there. I know. I'm all on your shit. I'm all on it, man. I'm all on
The
it.
Canadian version of food is better on a lot of
The
things.
Lucky Charms are better in Canada.
The Kit Kat is definitely better.
The Kit Kat is better.
Canada.
I'll give you the Kit Kat. I give you the Kit Kat. I will give you the
Trust
Kit
me,
Kat.
the Kit Kat is better than Canada.
I'll give you the Canadian Kit Kat. I will give you that. It's like a creamier chocolate, and the one in the U.S. is like way too much sugar, right? And the Canadian one is like not as, it's kind of like more chocolatey, less just a sugar bomb. I'm with you.
You and Ron will agree. We have the edge. We have coffee crisp, so.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Bojangles is, you guys, if you don't know Bojangles, man, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'll tell you what, man. I'll put up Bojangles against any Canadian place that they have in the whole frickin' continent, whatever it is.
What kind of food does Bojangles cook?
Chicken, Rod. We only talk about chicken on this show.
Oh, chicken. Okay, chicken. Well, I'll put my chicken up against anybody.
Swiss Chalet. It's like, oh yeah, let's hit the Swiss Chalet for the roasted chicken.
I make a better roasted chicken than Swiss Chalet. This temple definitely wasn't built on Swiss
This
Chalet.
tastes like an American Swiss Chalet.
I know we were going so far off to the side here, but you're in Canada. When we had a cable channel, you have like a fireplace channel on the TV. Well, Swiss Chalet sponsored one, and it was just the rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
So you just put this channel on, and it's just rotisserie chickens just spinning on repeat.
Anyways, let's finish these games.
All right.
Let's go to NBA.
Sorry.
Yep, I like the Grizzlies. I would like the Kings a lot more in this spot, but it looks like De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley III are questionable, and based on the line, I'd have to think that they're going to be out, or at least one of them are going to be out. And that whole Sacramento offense is run by Fox. I think he's one of the best players in the league. So because of that, I'll take the Grizzlies and lay the point.
Rod?
For me, I like the Nuggets in this spot. They probably had this one circled on the calendar from the last time the Lakers beat them. They're ready and be pumped for this one. We're gonna eat some nuggets today, definitely.
I like the
And I like the Clippers here. I'll lay the wood with the Clippers. I think they have no problem chopping it as the Cavs are 0-9 ATS their last 9, 0-7 their last 7 as a dog, 0-7 their last 7 on the road, and 0-4 ATS the last 4 against the Clippers. I don't see the Cavs showing up. Give me the Clippers.
I like the Cavs in this one. The Clippers are the king of allowing the backdoor cover. No one's lazier in the last 5 minutes of a fourth quarter than the Clippers team with the lead. So Popeyes is not Bojangles. I Googled it.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I Googled it.
Oh. Popeyes is awful. Come on.
What?
Popeyes is awful. We use them. We use them Canadian biscuits that they give us up here in Canada as hockey pucks. Those things are so hard. They're horrible.
You're foolish.
And that gravy, what is that?
I like the chicken sandwich.
I never. Popeyes gravy. Oh.
It says right. I Googled it. It said Popeyes is the holy grail of fast food fried chicken. Nearly perfect trifecta of crispy crust, juicy meat, and fiery heat.
Dry. Towards the dry in there. So dry, you choke on the chicken. It's like, ugh.
Well, that's the Canadian Bojangles.
Okay, first of all.
The Canadian version is just awful. Awful.
Family show, choke the chicken cannot be said in the same sentence. Second of all, it was Mitch's pause where he was like, wait, what did you just say? That's what broke me just now. I don't know why.
The worst is Buffalo Wild Wings. That's the worst. That's crap. We don't have any of that stuff here, but I know Buffalo Wild Wings is lousy. Lousy. It's terrible. Anyways, I like the Cavaliers here, and I like the Nuggets. I'm not ashamed to say it. Brian, what are you selling today besides our YouTube premium?
Well, today I got my Brian Sunday Pound Zone 5-pack. You got to pound your book in the Pound Zone with these 5 plays. 3 college basketball, 1 NBA, 1 NHL, 5 plays, $50, pickdogs.com.
Chris Ruffalo.
I'm not going to assume that the Pound Zone came out on Valentine's Day for a certain reason. For me, I've got the my Sunday Sweeper 5-pack. We left the brooms outside, so we're going to keep them out there for today. We're going to definitely sweep the book to the side. I got 3 plays from college hoops, 2 from the NBA. I absolutely love those 5 plays. 5 of my favorite plays of the week now that I'm looking at them. And I got them for $35 over at Pick Dog Sports Chat Plays Premium section.
Ron?
Got my Super Sunday trio, top 3 plays, 2 in college hoops, and 1 in the NBA.
Rod.
For me, I got Rod Supreme Sunday. I got 5 best bets, 3 NBA slam dunks, 2 NHL 10-star winners, 5 plays. Available over at Pick Dogs Premium. And I got 1 college basketball that just doesn't fit with any package. Because it only gave me 6 picks. So if you're a long-term subscriber, you get the bonus college basketball play today.
Proctologist special 5.
Really? Did you really call it the proctologist special?
That's what it is. Check your oil.
Nice. I am going to go check it out. Did you really get that?
Can't beat the Pound Zone.
A combo for the Pound Zone and $5 special.
Oh, it's the rubber glove special.
We've gone downhill on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I got 5 college hoops picks. I sent the email out yesterday, right? So the email is a list that you have to opt into, right? And I believe you have to double opt in. So someone sends me a reply. Now, this is what is defined as spam. I don't think so. I don't think a double opt-in email list is spam. It's like, you must be French. It was French. I like those Quebec people, Rod.
Oh, man. Let's just say I got Facebook banned for 24 hours.
I kind of badmouth us Americans there, kind of saying the roof will live in the American.
I miss the Nordiques.
I think we're going to let that go too often because we're going to hammer the Bucks.
Rod's got the teardrop tattoo from his time in Facebook jail.
Rod's below me.
Well, now you get this little notice every time you say anything bad. They'll
Rod's spreading anti-American propaganda.
Just Popeye's chicken. Just because I know I can make better chicken than they can. Chicken.
Brian, Vermont against Stony Brook. Charleston is laying points again against Elon. Towson against Northeastern. They did not show up yesterday. Cincinnati against UCF. 5.5 point spread in that thing. Minnesota, Wisconsin. Michigan back on the ice. Or it's Michigan versus Wisconsin. The Wolverines back on the ice. USF against Tulane. JMU against Hofstra. Hartford against NJIT. Morgan State against Norfolk State, Romanelli. Any of these, Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to take a chance at the Towson Tigers plus the points to rebound off of yesterday's embarrassing blowout to Northeastern. And then I like UCF plus the points against Cincinnati. I just don't think the Bearcats can blow anybody out. I had them against Temple, and they just can't blow people out. And then Hofstra, this is my best one. I'm back on them big today. I just think the Pride come through and beat James Madison outright. But I'm going to take the 2 points because if I don't take the 2 and James Madison wins by 1, I'm going to be kicking myself. So that's the 3 I got. Hofstra is my main pick.
I sent Chip an email yesterday, Brian. I asked him if he was sick.
Yeah, he removed me from my
sick.
friends list.
I
was
sick,
very
man.
hurt.
He looks sick. I'm worried about him.
That was somebody that I used to look up to in the business. And
He unfriended you?
deleted me. He unfriended me.
I wonder why. Could be the crap this pants bit.
Maybe.
Could have something to do with it. I don't know. He looks sick, right? He looks sick. I hope he's okay. I actually, in all whatever, I hope he's okay. Let's call him and see. Let's give him a jingle. Send him over a ham. Chris?
If you're sending out hams, right here, please. I'm gonna take Northeastern. I know the trend this year has been a team that loses or doesn't cover the first half of the back-to-back usually bounces back in the rematch, but Northeastern's just been too good. They're at the top of the Colonial for a reason. And Towson's just burned me left and right this season whenever I back them, so I'm taking Northeastern. I'm on UCF as well. I think this is too many points a game. It's going to be an absolute battle. And it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sticking on James Madison. Hofstra. Normally, like I said, Hofstra I would maybe consider on a bounce back, but the way they kind of just fell apart against James Madison down the stretch yesterday, a back-to-back, that's not enough time to sort of recover from that. I think there's still going to be a little bit of momentum on James Madison's side. So take the Dukes in a rematch.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you guys. I'm going to take Central Florida, UCF. Cincinnati, terrible against the spread this season. They just don't seem to cover anything, and I don't see why they do today. UCF, they're very similar teams. If you look at the numbers, offensively, defensively, they're very, very similar. So I think this could be a 1 bucket, 2 bucket game, but 5.5 is too much. I will also take Morgan State laying the points against Norfolk State. Morgan State missed 12 free throws. They shot worse than Norfolk State, and it was still a 5-point game. I think they bounce back at home, and they grab a win here. So you can lay the points with Morgan State.
Rod?
For me in the spot, I like Hofstra. I know they did fall apart at the end of the last game. They're not going to fall apart at the end of this game. Hofstra gets the win. I'm going to take a money line. I'm not even going to save the 2 points. Give me Hofstra money line when you get their revenge and beat James Madison today. And I think Towson comes and shows up today. Northwestern won't try as hard. Towson gets the win outright. Gets their revenge today. I like Towson on the money line to beat Northwestern.
I like Towson also. They let me down yesterday, so why not go for it again? I like Elon here against Charleston. I just like fading Charleston. I just admit it. No other. Got nothing else to do. I know Elon's 0-6 on the road. 1-5 against the number on the road, but what better place to break the streak than Charleston? You ever have she crab soup? You ever been to Charleston? Anyone ever been to Charleston? That is a nice little city. It's a 1 or 2 day place for me. But she crab soup. You know the weird thing about Charleston? I don't know if it's all of South Carolina. I don't spend a lot of time there, but you know what the weird thing is? When you order a drink in a bar, they give you the little airplane bottles. They're not allowed to have bottles. So they just have like the little bottles. I don't know if it's the whole state of South Carolina. I haven't been there. That's how long it's been since I've been there. But they used to have like little bottles, like from the airplane. The bartender is constantly. You made a double. Make it a double. It's like, yeah, weird, right? I don't know if they still do it. They still do that? Anyone out there? Charleston is beautiful.
Well, at least you know you're not getting watered down.
Well, you don't know. Yeah, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows what it is? Anyways, I'm going to go back on the Vermont train, too. I'll go with you guys on UCF and USF as well. Loyola Drake, pound down of yesterday. That was one of the most brutal second halves you will ever see in any kind of sporting event. That was a demonstration. That was ridiculous. What did they outscore them in the second half? Take a look at that. It was about 400-0. It was close to it because they were losing at halftime, won by 30. It was 50.
It's like the Miami North Carolina game in college football.
Yep. Well, that was the first half too. 50-20 was the second. Well, they were losing. Chicago was losing by 3 at halftime, and then they won the second half, 50-20.
They just pour that defense on and you're hooped.
Well,
You're not scoring.
Drake was exposed.
Yep.
California Baptist is on the court against Sac State. Anyone ever call them Sacramento State, or it's just straight Sac State? Seton Hall against Marquette. You want to talk about a crappy-ass team. Marquette, they suck bad. Penn State against Nebraska. North Dakota against South Dakota. Take the gloves off for that one. Brian, any of those gems? Morgan State, Norfolk State.
Yeah, I don't like the way the line's moving, but I'm going to take the Ramblers again today. They just look clearly just 10 times better than Drake. I see him annihilating him again today, and then I'm going to take a shot with Marquette. The line looks to me like a Marquette's the play, and maybe they can keep it within 3 or 4 of Seton Hall here in a close, tight Big East game.
That was an odd pick for Brian there. Normally he's immune to a beating. Like, normally a team takes a beating and Brian acts like it never happened. No, that never happened. They didn't get beaten down like that bad.
Well, I had Loyola.
Sixers
Chicago.
were the better team.
One of my 2 wins
It's like they got slaughtered. They were the better team. They had no answers for Booker. 0. And they had, like, not one person that was any remotely close to an answer for Booker. Not even close. They had no answer. He could do it to them again today. It's like kind of like the final scene of Rounders, man. I could sit here and bust you up all night. It's like that's basically what that was.
Yeah, for me here, I like Loyola as well against Drake.
Do you like these socks? Do anything for you?
Yeah, maybe I do.
All right.
I like Loyola. I need to see Drake bounce back before instilling any confidence in him against this Loyola team who's playing the best defense in the country right now. So I'll take Loyola, and I'm going to be on Seton Hall here. The Golden Eagles keep finding different ways to lose games, blow covers, and until they show me that they can do something else besides that, especially on the road. I'm going to take Seton Hall, wins one by double digits.
Is this what the kids wear, Ron?
Yeah.
All the kids are wearing it. I'll put it on with my flip-flops.
Yeah.
I wear socks when I play golf and work out. That's it.
Well, I like Nebraska here. Getting the 11.5. We just saw Nebraska take Illinois to overtime game. They could have won, but just couldn't get the job done in OT. Now you're getting 11.5 to
I see 12s out
Penn
there.
State
I see 12s out
12?
there.
Well, it's even better. Take the 12. There's just too much attention on Penn State here. Nebraska's still looking for their first Big Ten win of the year, of the season, but I don't think they're going to get that. But I think you get 12 points. That's where your value lies. So I'll take the points with the Cornhuskers.
And for me, I'm on the other side of that. Yeah, Nebraska did show up and gave the Illini a little bit of a fight. They still lost the game. I don't see them coming and giving Penn State a fight at all. I think Penn State blows them out of the water. I like Penn State minus the 12 in that one. And I'll take Loyola again. Just like I said yesterday, that defense is too much, and Drake is way overrated than what they really are. They get exposed again for the frauds that they are.
Buffalo Wild Wings is straight trash, man. That stuff is terrible. Terrible.
I've never eaten that. I heard say that they've eaten there. Just like you said, it's trash. So kind of scares you away from eating there. And I make a really good chicken wing. So.
And Nebraska's been playing every other day. Every other day they play this week since the 8th. But I mean, they're 18-year-old kids. They don't get tired. I like Seton Hall. I can't stand Marquette. And those of you that live in New Jersey, please don't email me and ask for another free pick because you can't bet on Seton Hall games. It's the year of, that's the thing with sports betting spreading across the U.S. People can't bet certain teams in certain states. So, like, if you're in Illinois, you can't bet Illinois or Northwestern. If you're in New Jersey, you can't bet Rutgers or Seton Hall. Is it the same way in Pennsylvania, Brian, with Villanova and Temple and stuff?
No, it must. I rarely ever. I can't remember ever taking the Villanova. I don't have any problem with, but I never eat. For some reason, whenever I bet the teams that I like, they never cover. So I try to avoid them, just like the Eagles and the Sixers.
Well, the Eagles suck, right?
It's never a good thing to bet.
People will pound me about my Tom Brady, even though I apologize, people still pound me about the Tom Brady. But me calling Carson Wentz and Mitch Trubisky flat out busts on draft day, you don't hear shit about it, right? So you hear nothing about it. It's like when the Bears traded up for Trubisky, I was like, biggest mistake this franchise has ever made. Same with Carson Wentz. It's like, big mistake.
I remember you didn't have kind words about Kyler Murray either, and he's
right.
Pretty
Right. So I said I was wrong about him, but I was right about Jared Goff. I've been wrong about guys before. I'm right a lot in NFL guys in first round draft choices. I'm right way more often than I'm wrong.
We'll see what Wentz does if he goes to the Chicago Bears or the Colts and see how it turns out.
I don't know if I ever asked you this. Who won that Stafford and Goff trade?
For me? You're asking?
Yeah, anyone.
Well, at the Rams.
Yeah.
They got rid of Goff and that huge salary that they would have been freaking weighed down by. And, giving the Lions getting draft picks really doesn't matter. I mean, they've proved time and time again this is a franchise from top to bottom that's had two good draft picks in their entire history. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, and that's it.
I think the Lions clearly won that one.
You probably also like that running back that they picked from Nebraska a few years ago. What was his name?
Stafford's marginally better.
What was that running back? He was like 4'6" that they took from Nebraska.
I forget his name, but
when they took Javid Best, took him.
Oh God, I remember Javid Best.
Well, he wasn't bad. He was just injured all the time.
He wasn't. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was just always on the injury list.
Always. He's a good player. Abdullah. That's him.
Oh yeah, Amir Abdullah.
Abdullah the Butcher. Chick-fil-A in Vegas is fire, not so much in Michigan.
It's fire coming out one.
Anyways, I like Seton Hall. Can't stand Marquette. Stand them. Sick of them. I think they need a purging. Coaching. Missouri State against Bradley. 10-point spread in that thing. Georgia Tech against Pitt. Brian can't pass on any Georgia Tech games. He's got to have an opinion on that one. Southern Illinois against Illinois State. Evansville against Indiana State. St. Peter's against Fairfield. South Dakota State against Oral Roberts. Boston University, Holy Cross. Those teams have played each other 19 times this season. Brian?
Slight lean to Georgia Tech here. I'm not too wild about laying 5 points with the Yellow Jackets, but I think they're just much better than their record indicates, and they're better than Pitt. So just a lean here to the Georgia Tech minus the points.
Pitt hasn't played in a while.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, they haven't. And that's why I was leaning towards Pitt in the points, just because on the surface, this just seems like a 3 or 4 point game. It's just got that feel to it for me. I don't know why. That's why I was leaning towards Pitt in the points. And I'm going to take Evansville plus the 3 at home against Indiana State. Both these teams are playing really good basketball right now, while Indiana State's probably the better team record-wise. Evansville just hasn't rolled over at home, so I'll take the 3 points with Evansville. And I'm going to take the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. I really like South Dakota State at home or on the road against Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts is falling apart. They started out a hot start against the number, but now they've really started to fall off a bit. So I'll take South Dakota State on the road. Now.
Someone asked what's my favorite Led Zeppelin song. I'd say anything from Physical Graffiti album. Cashmere. I like the whole album. Graffiti. I like most Led Zeppelin songs. Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Chris on 2 of those picks. I like Pittsburgh.
I agree with Mitch. I love Physical Graffiti.
I like Cashmere too. So. But I like Pittsburgh plus the points. Like he said, I think the points are going to be in play. Whoever wins this game, I think it's just like a one bucket kind of game. It's going to be a good one. I also like Evansville. I think you're getting good value with the home dog, getting the points. Could see him winning outright. Both teams playing well. I just like the way Evansville's offense has been clicking, and I think you're getting good value as the home dog. So I'll take the 2.5 points.
Led Zeppelin 2 is gets tons of accolades, right? And Led Zeppelin 4, right, is kind of like the Led Zeppelin album of things. But Led Zeppelin 3 kind of fell through the holes there. But really, Immigrant Songs on Led Zeppelin 3, Gallows Pole is on Zeppelin 3. So it's a good album too. Definitely the band of the 70s, right? All right, Rod. Thanks for the commentary, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for
I like the Led Zeppelin. Zeppelin's good. For me in this spot, I'm going to take the Salukis, lay the 4 points. I think they come and beat Illinois State today. I'm with you guys. I like Evansville as well. They play solid basketball at home. I think they get the outright win here versus Indiana State at home. I know Indiana State's been playing solid basketball as well. I think Evansville steps it up and gets the win in that one. And I'm going to take a shot with Bradley. I think that's too many points. I think Missouri State wins, but not by the 10.5 that you're given. So I'll take Bradley plus the 10.5. And was probably a 6-point win there.
So, also on that album is Tangerine. Someone here says Aerosmith next best, and I love Aerosmith too. And actually, Steven Tyler lives right down the street, which is crazy, right? Super nice guy. It's the type of guy, like, people stop him all the time to take pictures and everything. He always does it, and he's always super cool about it. And he plays. He'll play a concert here, just like, just on a whim, like any kind of charitable cause or whatever. He'll play him with Willie will play, and Willie Nelson, Tyler, all those guys. They always do it. Any good cause like that, they do it. And it's like, even if it's just him, just take out the piano, play Dream On, and a couple other stuff. Good stuff. I enjoy it. Anyways, I like Miami against Notre Dame. I think it's payback time for the Canes.
We didn't get that time slot, did we?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't mention it. I like Miami too a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. It's like oh.
Oh, maybe we're not in that slot.
No, you skipped that.
All right. I'll take Georgia Tech then. South Dakota State did not get it done yesterday against Oral Roberts. And I'll take Boston University, the most disappointing team in college basketball this season.
Yeah. That's for sure.
I like Miami against Notre Dame. Got Loyola Maryland against Lafayette. I doubled down on Loyola yesterday. Loyola Chicago and Loyola Marymount. They both got it done. Army against Colgate. Valpo, Northern Iowa, Brian. There's a place
Lafayette win that game yesterday?
It's like everyone's like, "What are you doing tonight for Valentine's Day?" Brian's like, "Northern Iowa's playing Valpo. I just need to be by myself." It's like,
Oh no!
I just need some time alone. I need some time alone.
Me and the Presbyterian Blue Hose are playing.
He comes up. He goes, talk dirty to me. Valpo's playing Northern Iowa at 7:00.
Maryland against Minnesota, and Arizona State against Oregon State with what I think looks like the oddest line of the day. Brian?
Yesterday I was kicking myself for not being on Valparaiso.
Wait, he's kicking himself and he didn't invite us over. It's like...
But today I'm gonna go the opposite. I think Northern Iowa got embarrassed yesterday by Valpo, and I got burned a couple times by the Panthers here. But I'm gonna be back on them today, minus the points. I think they take care of Valparaiso.
Chris, anything in this slot?
Yeah, I considered laying the points with Maryland at home just because I can't stand Minnesota on the road. Complete Jekyll and Hyde team, and kill teams at home, and then they go out on the road and get beat up. So I like Maryland laying the bucket there, and I'm gonna take the points with Valpo as well. I just see no reason to lay 5.5 with Northern Iowa, and they're 1-7-1 against the record against number in their last 10 games. Yeah, I don't want any part of that. So give me Valpo and the points as well.
Ron?
Yeah, I agree. I like Miami. Getting the points at Notre Dame. Miami's played pretty well recently. I mean, and I think they're going to get Chris Likes back in the lineup today. That's a huge addition. They just covered the spread against Virginia Tech, took them to overtime, and then they beat Duke outright before that. Notre Dame's playing its best basketball as well, but I just think 7.5 is too much. And also take Arizona State here, laying the points. Other than Boston U, I think Arizona State's probably the second most disappointing team in the college basketball. I think they were ranked preseason, now 6-9 overall, just not the season the Sun Devils expected. But I do think that they're going to get a pretty comfortable win at home tonight against Oregon State. So I'll lay the points with Arizona State.
Rod?
For me in this time slot, I'm with you guys. I like Miami. Scrappy bunch. We got likes back for this game. Definitely we'll see that scrappiness come back like we did when they were covering spreads. I like Miami there today. And I like Maryland at home. I don't think this Minnesota team can hang on the road. They play great at home, not so well on the road. I'll lay the 2.5 with Maryland in that one.
The Canadian Minnesota team's way better than the American Minnesota.
Yeah, because they're closer to Canada, right? When they're back home, that's probably why.
Wow, I still can't get over the Ruffalo jab there. Where you live in Canada, it might as well be the U.S. You got a Burger King on every corner.
Just about, man. Oh,
I think that, to me that's a good thing.
That is.
To me, that would be a good thing.
Well, that's because Canada people lots of tourists come to Canada, right? So you have to have those restaurants so you feel comfort at home. So the way you can go to the Popeyes chicken and nobody says
we don't have any of that stuff here. We don't have any of it here.
Because when you go there, when you go for a vacation, you're not looking for a Popeyes chicken in Hawaii.
You live.
For me, if I'm going there,
You live at least on the same continent. You live in North America. I don't even live in North America. I'm in the United States. I live in the only.
And your island rules are probably a little more stricter. They're like, no, you're not putting in 500 Burger Kings here on the island.
We don't have. You're not even allowed to put a billboard up here, which is awesome.
Yeah,
we have no billboards.
Tight and strict on things.
Yep.
And the last one, I like the Beavers. I'll take Oregon State. They're playing the better basketball. They're 6-2-1 ATS their last 9, and Arizona State is 3-15 their last 18 ATS at home. So I'll take the Beavers here. Give me the Beavers plus the points.
All right. I like Oregon State also. It was borderline premium for me. I don't know why. If they scared me off and they win it outright, congratulations. I'm gonna probably bet the money line in that game personally, and I also like Miami as I already stated. Which brings us to our long-awaited NHL segment. I think we got 2 big games today. I'm gonna let Chris Ruffalo be the star of the show. See if he tries to edge me out the way he tried to do Tony T.
Whoa. Jeez.
Waiting.
All right, 2 games today. Giant schedule. 3 o'clock, Washington, Pittsburgh. And at 7 o'clock, Colorado, Vegas. Brian, either of those games?
Yeah, I'm going to take a chance with the Vegas Golden Knights. I know Colorado's the rest of the team. Vegas is on back-to-back, but you rarely get a shot at Vegas at almost no juice, and I just think they're the better team than Colorado, so I'm going to take a little shot with Vegas tonight.
Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot with the Pittsburgh Penguins. They've fallen out of the playoff picture in the East Division. The Islanders jumped them, and this is a big game for them. They've played well against the Capitals already this season. Looks like Vanacek will be in net for Washington, Yari for the Penguins. I just think Pittsburgh, they have Washington's number, I believe, and this is a borderline must-win. They can't fall too much more behind in the standings, so I'll take the Penguins and lay the money line.
For me, in the Pittsburgh-Washington game, I love the over. Washington's 8-2 to the over this year. Pittsburgh's 7-3 to the over. Both these teams, when they play, they love to score goals. It's usually back and forth. You score one, I score one, you score one, I score one. So I love the over in that one. And Vegas and Colorado, same thing. Love the over in that one. Goals come aplenty. Vegas is 7-3 to the over. Colorado's only 5-5, but we know what Colorado's offense can do as well. So they'll add their share of goals. I like the over in both hockey games today.
Yeah, I'm on the over in that Colorado-Vegas game as well. I just think, like Rod said, there's just going to be a ton of scoring in that game. Vegas usually plays their best at home, and Colorado's rested, and they're going to want to come out flying against the Golden Knights as well. So I like the over there. And I'm going to take the Washington Capitals and plus money. I know Pittsburgh's had their number in recent meetings, and Pittsburgh's played well at home, but I still think this Pittsburgh Penguins team's on their way down. They're on the decline. The goaltending hasn't been very good, and Washington, I think, is just side by side. I think they're the more consistent, the better team. So I'll take Washington the plus money there. That does it for hockey today. Small schedule.
Stop cringing. Ruffalo's not speaking any longer. Ron, why do they make love doggy style on Saturday nights in Canada? On Saturdays in Canada.
You're not getting an answer out of me.
Chris, you want to tell him?
No.
So you can watch Hockey Night in Canada.
I knew it.
Don't want to miss a goal.
So you can watch Hockey Night in Canada.
Scores.
Oh, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's not as good as the Canadian version. It's weird because Canadians always do that too. They always do that. When they're in Canada. When they're in Canada, they do that. When they're in the U.S., they talk about how much money they're bringing over. Now we need them to support us.
That's what we have to do. It's a Canadian thing to do.
Here comes that plane with all that money. That's what they say to me on the golf course. We don't fucking need you, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, it's like it was great when you guys couldn't get in. We really enjoyed it. All right, what's your parlay, Chris?
All right, for my parlay today, we're gonna go with
not as good as the Canadian version.
Jeez. We're gonna go Northeastern, Loyola, Chicago.
What?
That's it. I like them. Northeastern, Loyola, Chicago, and Evansville.
Rod?
For me, I'm going to go the 4-team round robin. I'm going to go all money line. We're going to go Hofstra money line, Towson money line, Evansville money line, and the Oregon State Beavers money line. Round robin those 4 teams up. Love those 4 teams.
Ron?
Yesterday, my 3-teamer chalk parlay won, but today I got a 3-teamer in NBA. Timberwolves getting the points, Grizzlies laying the 1 point, and the Pistons getting the 4.5.
Brian?
I'm going to take the Nuggets plus the points, Hofstra money line, and UCF plus the points. I really like that parlay.
T-Wolves, Cavs, and Grizz for me. All right, you know what? T-Wolves, Cavs, and Suns. T-Wolves, Cavs, and Suns for me. For my parlay. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. The American version's better. And have a great day. Well, those of you that are premium, we'll have that the premium picks out for you in just a couple minutes. And then, of course, the late ones will go up probably around 4:30-ish today. See you guys tomorrow, the rest of you. And, of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day.